They thought they would ridicule him. He would be, when he goes to Sokoto, he has turned Sokoto to another Mecca.
Yes, pilgrimage.
That's what we predicted, you know.
Nigeria is buzzing. The political space is shaking. And one single sentence from Sowore has triggered confusion, suspicion, and silent debate across the entire country. He said, Nnamdi Kanu has turned Sokoto into another Mecca. But what did he actually mean? Praise, sarcasm, or a coded message to the government? This afternoon, we are going deep. When Sowore dropped that line, people didn't just laugh. People didn't just clap. People didn't just argue. People paused. Because statements like that about a high-profile detainee are never ordinary, especially not in a political environment where every word carries weight, every comment is monitored, and every sentence can change how the government reacts. So when Sowore said Nnamdi Kanu has turned Sokoto into another Mecca, it immediately opened two doors. 1. Door of praise. 2. Door of suspicion. And Nigerians are now asking, which door did he intentionally open? And which one opened by accident? Let's be honest. Sowore is passionate. He is vocal. He calls out the government. He speaks his mind. But he also has a reputation of mixing activism with political theater. And one day, he is fighting the government. The next day, he is dropping information the government may benefit from. Not intentionally, but often carelessly. He talks fast, he talks boldly, and sometimes he talks more than he should. So when he says something as sensitive as that about people visiting Kanu in a northern state, many Nigerians immediately ask, is he exposing something that should be quiet? Is he drawing unwanted attention? Is he alerting people who should not be alerted? Because in Nigeria, information is power, and information can also be danger. Let's examine the first possibility. Does Sowore's statement act like a coded message to the authorities? Think about it carefully. When a government detains a high-profile figure, the last thing they like is too many people visiting that person. It raises questions. It increases the detainee's influence. It threatens the government's control of the narrative. Yet, here comes Sowore, saying with excitement that so many people now go to Sokoto just to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That feels like a pilgrimage ground. Now pause. Ask yourself, how will the authorities hear that sentence? With joy or with suspicion? How will security agencies interpret it? As a joke or as intelligence? What if Sowore didn't mean harm, but the government takes it as harm? Because sometimes, even innocent talk creates consequences. So yes, it is possible, very possible, that Sowore's statement puts a spotlight on something the government wasn't paying much attention to. And once a spotlight is on, you can't switch it off. That is why some Nigerians fear that Sowore may have spoken without calculating the weight of his words. Maybe Sowore was not signaling to the government at all. Maybe he was actually celebrating Kanu's influence. Sometimes Sowore uses dramatic exaggeration to make a point. He often praises strong-willed persons, even if he disagrees with them. So calling Sokoto another Mecca might simply be his way of saying, Kanu is respected. His message is powerful. People believe in him. His influence is not regional. It is national. Even in the far north, his presence pulls attention. And activists love symbolic comparisons. To some, Sowore was exposing everything. He was mocking the government's strategy. What if he meant, look at that person you locked up. He has more influence than ever. What if he was simply pointing out, you can detain him, but you can't hide his relevance? If that's the case, then it is not a warning. It is a sarcastic slap to the government. Here is the twist most people don't see. What if the statement carries both meanings, whether he planned it or not? Because Sowore's style has always been double-edged. His words can hit two targets at once. and his statements often create reactions he didn't intend. Maybe he wanted to praise Nnamdi Kanu, but the government might hear it as a warning. Maybe he wished to mock the system, but his words might end up strengthening the system. This is why Nigerians remain cautious with Sowore. He is passionate, yes, but he is also unpredictable. And unpredictability is dangerous in political conversations. After Sowore's comment, Nigerians are asking a deeper, more emotional question. Should sensitive political information be said publicly? This is not about attacking Sowore. This is not about defending him either. This is about understanding the reality. In a country with high political tension, in a country where every comment is monitored, in a country where detainees are handled with strict control, loose statements can cause serious reactions. And when someone with Sowore's influence speaks, it travels far and fast. So people are simply wondering, did he reveal too much? Did he talk too loosely? Did he accidentally expose something that should remain quiet? These questions are not hatred. They are fear. Fear of consequences. After analyzing everything, here is the balanced truth. Sowore most likely meant it as praise. He was highlighting Kanu's influence and mocking the government's inability to reduce that influence. But the statement still gives government attention. Even if he did not intend to, the effect remains the same. And that is why suspicion is rising. Because in Nigeria, intention doesn't matter as much as effect. In politics, the effect of a statement can be stronger than the statement itself. So, at the end of the day, did Sowore praise Nnamdi Kanu? Yes, possibly. Did Sowore unintentionally alert the government? Yes, also possible. Did he purposely expose something? No evidence. But did he say something that could create consequences? Absolutely. This is the tension. This is the debate. This is why Nigerians are talking. And until Sowore himself explains what he truly meant, the suspicion will continue.
They thought they would ridicule him. He would be, when he goes to Sokoto, he has turned Sokoto to another Mecca.
Yes, pilgrimage.
That's what we predicted. You know, predicted that it will be the greatest mistake of their life. And now, the people we asked to protest to prevent Nnamdi Kanu from going to jail are all rushing to Sokoto. I want his family members to give me the right to admit people to see him, so that I can be screening them. And I'll tell you the day the judge who sentenced him is going to go to Sokoto. He's going to go beg like Fela was begged in Burma prison for doing what is wrong, if he has not done that already. But if he wants to go, tell him to contact me. I will arrange a safe passage to Sokoto. This was the worst thing they could have done to them. When they were taking him to Sokoto, they thought they would ridicule him. He would be, when he goes to Sokoto, he has turned Sokoto to another Mecca.
Yes, pilgrimage.
That's what we predicted. You know, they don't have sense because they don't have people who can reason in government. And now, look at where we are. You jail Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is already a celebrity in prison. They said he has already become the president of the prison, but I doubt that is what Nnamdi Kanu wanted. But it must have been conferred on him just by respect, you know. So very soon, you will see that they will, on their own, reverse the most fundamental mistake they ever made regarding Nnamdi Kanu. You can quote me on that. Yeah. What did we predict to you?